So, let's go. Welcome back to the Outforce channel. In this video, we're gonna look at prawn and trust. Can we trust our boyfriends or girlfriends after we find out that they're watching prawn and we didn't want them to watch it? Obviously, I'm guessing that's what that's the problem, right? Because okay, I'll stop playing. As always, I didn't read anything yet, so I'm gonna read it live right now and try to give my best advice to this girl about her guy. So let's see. How do I, female 18, trust my boyfriend, male 18, again after he admitted to watching porn during our relationship? Okay, let's go. To start off, I do not use Reddit often. That's fine. So please let me know if anything is wrong with this entry. My me, so my female 18 and my boyfriend. What? Okay, I get it. My bad. And I have been dating for just over a year. He's my best friend and really the only one I have. Okay. We were each other's first everything. Okay, not sure if this will be important or not. A couple days ago, curiosity got the best of me, and I found links in Instagram link history leading to OF page. OnlyFans. So not prawn only. It's OnlyFans. He told me in the beginning of our relationship that he originally had prawn addiction, in which he told me was the duration of COVID. He told me since then he had stopped. However, I needed to be assured it wouldn't occur in our relationship. I confronted him with a screenshot of the link. He put a question mark, and all I had to say was OnlyFans. He replied apologizing in a short sentence. A good note is that he hasn't ever been the greatest at handling conversation well. I simply asked him if he had been watching prawn in the duration of us being together. He said yes. He told me it was about once every 2 weeks. Whoa. Okay. It wasn't often that we didn't have intercourse. He told me the reason that he did it was because he had the urge, especially if he and I went about 5-7 days with no action. He also told me that it wasn't due to the reaction to these women, and instead it was more of getting a visual get off. At first, I was just sad. Unfortunately, it turned into anger and confusion. I was asking questions after question. He's the type who needs time to really think. I will admit things got pretty ugly over the phone. I was so distraught and upset, knowing he promised me he wouldn't do such. The next day, he came over and we had a long talk. I told him I forgive him, but I'm just not really sure. I love him a lot, and he knows so. I gave him my body, soul, secrets. I just feel our perception of love are different in certain ways, but I'm willing to fight anything for he and I. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I mean, girl, but you know what I mean. It's very beautiful. Thank you. Unsure of what to do. Losing him is terrifying to me, and I want to trust him again more than anything. I also had talked with my parents about it. Ooh. Okay. They said it was normal, which I don't agree with, especially considering he knew it was wrong the entire time it was happening. Yes, but girl, I'm just gonna say this quickly. Wrong doesn't mean abnormal. It just means wrong. So like, for example, war is normal. Why normal? Is because it happens a lot. Normality is the frequency at which something happens. And so you could say war is normal, but it's wrong, right? I think those two things can be true at the same time. Like slavery, for example, if you take like a history of 2,000 years, you're gonna see that for 1,800, for on the year 1,800 till from 0 to 1,800, there's slavery, and then 200 years, no slavery. So in that scale, slavery is normalized. It's normal, but it's not right. That doesn't make it right. It's not because people do something a lot, so a normal thing, that it's right. I mean, that's what we've been arguing the past 200 years, with countries abolishing slavery, giving gay people rights. And it's like normality doesn't make something right. That's no longer something that we believe in. Just a quick bracket. And that he was a teenage boy, and that he didn't actually cheat on me, but it really feels like he did. Even though it wasn't physical, masturbation, looking at other women, I don't know if the ideology makes me insecure. He came up with a resolution of being abstinent for a while, which I am more than okay with if he genuinely thinks he can actually help. He has told me repetitively that it won't happen again, and that this was a huge wake-up call, that he really wants to fight for our relationship. I really want to trust his words, but him lying about the promise destroyed my trust and is really holding me back. I want nothing more than to help. Trust me again. Any advice, honesty, or question to be appreciated. Let's fucking go. We're gonna do this together right now. So normality doesn't mean that it's right. First thing first. So there's that. Now, he was a teenage boy and he didn't actually cheat on you. So this is my perspective on cheating a little bit, okay? So like for me, cheating isn't it doesn't have anything to do with having sex with someone else. That doesn't have anything to do with that. From what cheating is, my friend, is when you say you were gonna do something, okay, and then you didn't do it. That's cheating. So like, I'll give you an example. If I tell my wife, honey, I have 10,000 euros, okay, in my bank account. This is for our new stairs for the house, okay? And my wife takes those 10,000 euros and gives it to her sister because her sister needs 10,000 euros. And I go to my wife and I'm like, wife, the 10,000 euros are gone. What have you done with the money? And she's like, oh, I didn't tell you, but I just took it and gave it to my sister without telling you because I knew you told me that you wanted to use it only for the stairs. That's fucking cheating. Why? Because she broke your trust and she lied to you. That's what cheating is. It's breaking people's trust and lying to them. So it doesn't really matter what you do. Sure, it hurts more when it's with like women or whatever, but if in my relationship my wife tells me, oh, you can just go out and have sex with whoever you want, I'm not cheating on her when I'm going out and having sex with whoever I want. That is the agreement that we have. So in the case that you told him not to watch prawn, I guess, well, it's fine, I'll just get demonetized for that one, who cares. If you told him not to watch porn and he did it, that's cheating. Yes, that is literally cheating. There's no way around it. Maybe it's not as bad as him having sex with another woman. Sure, we can argue that, but he lied to you and he broke your trust. So the fact that you feel that way about it, 100% valid, bro. No, you not wanting your husband to look at other women naked on the screen doesn't make you insecure. It just makes you someone with specific values. Like shit. And anybody calls you insecure, tell them to go fuck themselves, bro, because they're not the one dating you. That's it. Like if your boyfriend has the maturity to accept the fact that he had a porn addiction, first of all, he was looking at it once every 2 weeks. It's not bad at all in the spectrum of porn addictions. If you want me to give you a little bit relativity, like there's like guys watch this shit like 2 to 3 times a day sometimes, bro. Like this is bad, bro. So like him twice every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks, sorry, is fine. And I think that his choice of going abstinent is going to be easier for him because he's already started to take steps in order. Let me upvote that for you real quick. Amazing. He started to take steps in order to feel better in his relationship, feel better in his own body. So there is that. No, I don't know if this strategy makes you insecure. He came up with a religion of being abstinent, and also for the trust part, it's gonna take time, girl. You can't. You're never gonna trust people just like that, just because they said something. So what you need to do is wait for him to show that he's gonna tell you something, and then he's gonna do it, and you're like, okay, he said he was gonna do that, and then he did it. Okay, I trust him a little bit more now, and then he's gonna do it again, and then again, and then again, and it's okay for you to just not trust him just yet. You have to keep an open mind and trust him eventually. Huh? You can't just like not trust someone at all, right? And be with them. You have to keep an open mind and try to trust him. Has he considered therapy for his addiction? Maybe he should. That's a very good idea. So he can maybe go for his abstinence in a better way. Does he have friends that can support him through that? Or are his friends also degenerate fucks that just fucking do whatever the fuck they want? Because hey, you guys are 18 also, huh? So pretty fucking young. Giving some time. And are you religious? It sounds like you are. Fuzzy table. It sounds like you are religious. I would bet on that. And if you're not, please look into it. I think that Christianity or Islam or Christianity or Islam, that's the two biggest religions that I know of that are good for monogamous relationships that are very strict on sex and what they are allowed to do sexually with themselves. I think these doctrines help you a lot into understanding why it's useful, what does it do, how do you control yourself to that extent. I would say it may be easier for some people than others to control themselves. Some people have had activities, sexual activities quite young in their lives, and it's not always a choice. Sometimes it's because you're peer pressured into it. Sometimes it's because you're forced to do it straight up, in the worst cases. But like, especially people in our generation, were exposed to sex very early. Like, all it takes is your parents to watch a sexual movie and boom, you're in a sex scene with all the fucking, everything is open. Like, you go outside, I live in Europe, in a big European city, right? You go outside and you have like the Calvin Kleins with like half naked women, on billboards. Like, this is not really the best environments to be in order to be, 100% chaste, right? Like, we know that boys have more sexual drive than women in general, especially when they're young. Like, they just want to have sex more. This is just a biological thing. So it's extremely difficult for people to navigate this world and still want to have this purity of like, no porn, no, we don't watch anything. It's extremely hard. So you also need to give him time in order to get used to but his new life, his new life of someone in a relationship that with a woman that doesn't want him to be anywhere near anything that's sexual except her, and that doesn't make you any insecure. That just makes you a fucking human being, man. People are insecure and weird. I mean, it does make you insecure, but it's not bad. Sorry, it does make you insecure, but it's not bad. You're like, everybody's insecure about fucking something, right? In weird ways, like you can find people insecure about the way their girlfriend dress, and it's like, yeah, you feel insecure about that, but you don't mind her going clubbing, but you just mind her like wearing like a open top. But her going clubbing without the open top is fine, whereas you have other people that are like, no open top, no clubbing. You have other people that are like, you can go clubbing, you can have an open top, and you can have sex with other people, but you can never have sex with them in our bed. If you have sex with them in our bed, and it's like you might call this person, wow, this person is super confident. Like, you're still able to like love your partner and tell them, that and with them having sex with other people. And it's like, yeah, but why is that weird limit on like they can have sex with whoever they want except in your own bed? Like, who the fuck cares about that? It seems that way, right? Like, if from our perspective of people that don't want to do it, because I'm not a open relationship type guy either. I'm not that strict on prom myself, but I definitely understand why someone would be. But it's like the way I would look at these people and be like, the limit on having sex in your own bed seems weird when you're letting them have sex with whoever. Like, it seems like you kind of wouldn't want to do that. It's the same thing here. It's like we live in that world where like prawn is basically normalized as hell again. And so why the hell would you not let him watch it when it's literally all around us all the time? Because it's my fucking relationship and fuck you. That's why. That's fucking why, bro. There's no justification to that. You don't have to come up with fucking logical metaphors. Nah, bro. I just do what I want. It's my relationship. There's no code, bro. There is no right way to do it. If you feel uncomfortable with it, you feel uncomfortable with it. It is what it is. It's not that hard to not watch porn, bruv. If you love someone, man, and they're like, can you just not do that? It's not that hard to just not do it. It's not. Okay? Trust me, this is something anyone can do. Like, he has the willpower to do it. He can do it. It's definitely possible for him to achieve that. Now, it's gonna take time. It's probably going to... You have to allow him to make mistakes, man. You have to allow him to make mistakes, and you have to make sure that he is okay with speaking to you. So, I think you should try and speak to him with a less anger. Try to understand why men are that way. I think that's going to be a good thing for you, so you can understand where it comes from. Try to understand why men are that way. The way I understand it is that lust is part of our lives, and it's something that we can choose to fight or choose to listen to. I think that fighting it is harder than listening to it. Obviously, I think that fighting it though might bring you more positive outcome. So you can have deeper friendships with females because you don't see them as objects or sexual objects, or you can have a deeper relationship with one female, which is your potential wife. And actually also better relationships with people in general, because you are now no longer going out or seeking women for their bodies. You're seeking them for who they are, right? Which is a better way of speaking to people in general. Whereas listening to your lust all the time, that brings you like STDs, unstable mental health issues, because you're in the middle with a lot of people at the same time. It's not nice at all, right? So I think your boyfriend knows the benefits of that as well. But there's an inherent thing that he's fighting with every day in order not to. It sounds annoying, and I thought also myself that when I was getting in a relationship that I would forget about all the other women. But that's the entire point of the lust, is that you don't, and that's what's beautiful about it. You don't, and you have to live with that as a man, and it's or you don't, and then if you don't, I think it's completely fine for a woman not to love a man because he refuses to tame his lust. So I think that you just need to give him time. Let him make mistakes. He's so young, man. He's like 18. Let him make mistakes. But make sure that the direction is always clear. I don't want you to be doing that. I don't want to be finding anything on your phone. And I want you to be satisfied with me and me only. It's possible, but you have to work with him. He can't do it by himself. This is a journey you have to take with him. I don't know. It's something I've never done before. Maybe you guys could go to a couple therapists, or you guys can ask help from your friends or your parents. Your parents seem to be quite open-minded, actually. If they weren't even mad at your boyfriend because it's like they're not mad at him for watching porn. They should be mad at him because he broke your trust. That's the wrong thing that he did right now. He broke your trust. They should be mad at him for that, but they're not. So it seems like you can have maybe conversations that are a little bit more complicated with him there. And please don't get angry. Please don't get angry. I don't want to say it's not his fault. It is his fault, but it is also something that is it's difficult to get rid of, especially after you had an addiction to it. It's something that's inherent, like he's fighting his nature, if you know what I mean. It's like being vegetarian, like someone who grew up with meat. It's like you want them to be vegetarian. Okay, well, we start by reducing, right? So okay, well, we eat vegetables 5 times a week, and then 2 times a week you can have some chicken, and then maybe in a year you do 1 times a week, and maybe in 2 years you do 1 times a month meat, and then maybe in 5 years you're completely vegetarian, right? So see it like that, as like something that's like not only from him but from his dad and his granddad. And I'm saying this because you have patterns of men being very sexual, basically from generation to generation, depending on the culture they're from. So this is something important that you need to keep in mind. Like this is something that he has to fight by himself. Yes, he has to choose to fight this, and then he can get help from you. So yeah, trusting him again is going to take time. It's going to take time and effort. Just reward him for the good thing that he does. Always be sure that you're here to call him out when he does something wrong, and your trust will grow naturally. If you ask him to do something for you and he does it, or he says honestly that he can't do it, your trust for him will grow naturally. So, Fuzzy Table, I hope this helps you. I hope you guys are going to be okay with your boyfriend, and I wish you good luck for the future conversations you're about to have. You can contact me in the comments or on Reddit directly, and have an amazing day. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.